What's up guys, this is Ben MSC, and today we're back in Scrap Mechanic Survival. Now today, I got a couple things. Off cam, I did a whole bunch of grinding. Here, let me fix this cam. In here, I got, hopefully, all of the, well, most of the mechanical parts we'll need for the mining vehicle. In the last video, I talked briefly about wanting to create one that'll fit on this rear pad of the Mega Mobile base. So that's one of the plans for today, and also I need to craft a ramp. Some sort of ramp that this thing can drive up. And also, if you noticed, I started reinforcing the base. I crafted some metal 3 because honestly, I'm like, well, I don't think I crafted metal 3 at all yet, so I'm like, why don't I just start reinforcing? It's not, well, it is definitely expensive, but I went a little bit grinding nuts, and I pretty much knocked down like half of a burned forest or charred forest or whatever. So this side and this side to like what 4 blocks up are basically reinforced. Now eventually this will also be reinforced, but right now metal 2 is better than metal 1, so I'm like, I might as well just leave that because it is still more reinforced, and metal itself is pretty much the reinforcement for wood. So I think the base is pretty solid. And also I added this nice little like canopy thing. I saw that in the comments. I'm like, that's actually a really good idea. So right over here, press this switch and both of the things close. That's pretty much the way to drive. And also I did a lot of stuff off cam. I upgraded the engines as well with the component kits that we got from the warehouse raid. I upgraded the seat and the 2 engines and had a little bit left to spare. So everything that we should ever need connected to this seat is connectable. We got like a whole bunch more connections. So I got this connected. 6, what does this do? Oh, that's the doors. 5 and 6 are the doors. Eventually I'll upgrade those controllers so they move a little bit faster. Because I mean, yeah, it's pretty slow. And also it looks like I forgot to paint those. I'll deal with that some other time. 4, I believe was, yep, that was already there. The mining vehicle is going to be electric, if you noticed. Electric, I got 4 electric engines, 2 battery containers, a beacon, 5 drill bits, a whole bunch of bearings. Now, I'm going to try to attempt tank steering in survival. It might not work, and now in this video, I know batteries are very expensive. I'm not even going to worry about that in this video. The next video, I'm going to cover all about like how I'm going to attempt to power this thing. And also realistically, I'm only going to be using this for a short amount of times, and if it's even fairly efficient with the battery consumption, we should be just about fine. So let's actually get started building this. I got the main parts in this thing. I also got other components. I'll use 6 of these wheels, and actually, I don't know why I have this many wheels. I think these were from before when I wanted to double up on this base. I'll need these, so I'll grab these. I might not need all 4, but I'm gonna need something. Lights, you know, I might as well. And actually, I'm gonna craft some more if I can. I don't know. I got 4 already. I'll probably craft 6 lights. I want to build this out of concrete, so I did craft some of that. But one problem that might happen, actually probably is going to, if I make this out of concrete, this is definitely gonna lower the it's gonna make the suspension a little bit more floppy and saggy, so I'll have to upgrade this at some point. Another thing that I have to do, guys, is create the ramp, as I said. So I'll probably do that last, because depending on how powerful this vehicle is, it might be able to go up a 45-degree angle. So without further ado, let's get building. Alright guys, so I'm going to paint this thing. Actually, I probably won't paint it because I don't have any paint left over from, I think, the last episode. What I'm going to do is give it a customization makeover, basically. I'm going to try to make it look less like a brick. I'll get it looking nice, and then I'll meet you guys back here, and we'll work on this ramp that I have to build. Alright guys, I got this thing looking pretty nice. Still works and everything, and actually I'm not going to use this because I want to save the batteries. This is actually all the batteries I have. I want to save those for later when I actually do a test run. But I think it looks pretty good. Eventually I'm going to add paint and everything. I probably will do that off cam. Maybe next video you'll see it fully painted. I'm not sure. I just had enough paint to paint one light. One headlight. But eventually what I'll do is take some of this armored glass, stick it over that, paint the glass white, and it looks pretty cool. It adds a nice effect. Now, I haven't really tested how powerful this is. It obviously has a decent amount of power to just kind of move itself around. So now I gotta figure out a way to get this thing up onto this vehicle. I went ahead and crafted 2 bearings. I'm going to need a controller, so this might not be fully functional in this video, but eventually it's going to be. I went over a couple of ideas in my head. I'm gonna have to put this on a lift. Other way. I went over a couple ideas in my head throughout me working on the aesthetics of that thing, and I'm going to have to actually, before I build this, I need to see how this will fit. I was worried about width, but I didn't actually think about length. Alright, so it looks like I made this a little bit longer than the vehicle is, so it's gonna be tight, but most of the weight is in the back 2 wheels, so I think this will be fine. I think, and actually also here, I don't really have much metal left. I only have 10, so I'm gonna have to do a grinding session, but also I think I'm going to monkey with this off camera only because I don't really know how it's going to work, and with this thing being like I think 5 blocks longer than this thing is, I'm gonna have to come up with a unique solution. So make sure to stay tuned for that. I'll do that for the next video. I have the mining vehicle, but I don't have a efficient or really any way to produce batteries. So that's what the next video is going to entail. Alright, so I'm going to go find a rock node somewhere around here, and then we're going to test this and see how this thing goes. Alright guys, we're here at a rock node, and actually I welded the this thing to the vehicle, and it was extremely laggy. Like, it was nuts. So now it's not welded here and I'm free to move, and it's surprisingly less laggy. Yeah, the frames are definitely dropped, but it's not as bad as I thought. So here we are, we're going to test this thing out. Yeah, the frames are back now. Jeez, this is just... If you saw this coming at you, like, holy crap, that's intimidating as hell. Okay, so raise this up. Let's see how well... Oh my gosh! Look at that! Look how quick that took. Holy crap! Okay, yeah, for scenarios like this, I lower it down, and then I can just kind of push through this. Yeah, what is that guy doing? He's about to die. Oh. Yep, there he goes. And from what I know, the gas engine is pretty fuel efficient. Like, it's on 1 power for all of these, and it's working really well. I think one thing I'll do in the future is make the electric engines 1 notch faster. Like, this speed is alright, but I think 1 speed might be a little bit better. Alright guys, this thing made quick work of this node. Now, I'm sure there's some stuff underground that are just kind of getting like stuck under the tile. But like, this thing mined so quickly through all of these rocks. Like, I am impressed. I was thinking this thing would work really well, but not as well as this thing is. The tank steering is something to get used to. Like, when you turn one way, it moves back a little bit. That is due to one side of the wheels aren't moving, but the other side are, so it kind of scoots you back a little bit. But that's not a big deal. This mining vehicle works, like, super, super well. How much stuff did this pick up anyways? So it looks like this thing is about half full. Wow, this is nuts. Now all I have to do is just kind of drive over here. I have a 2-block clearance rate, so I think that's still pretty good. Oh yeah, and that thing sucks up really well as well. Yeah, well overall guys, this thing works really well. This is exactly what I was intending on building. And it functions just the way it's supposed to. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to like and subscribe. Check out my other scrap mechanic content. This thing was an absolute success. This thing works so incredibly well. I was really surprised actually. Be sure to tune in for the next video where I'm actually gonna paint this thing and actually figure out how this ramp is gonna work. That will be the first part of the video, and then the second part, we gotta figure out how to actually efficiently and effectively continue powering this thing. In other words, battery creation. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see y'all next time.